Alright, welcome to the Bargin Bin Review. And as we all know, throughout all the years, there's games that are basically terrible, that are good, and that are medium. You know, that they're amazing, that they're the same price as now. They're like the price of a PS2 now, or a game back then that was for PS2 or Xbox. So I got like 8 games of you can see the titles here. 8 games for my Xbox 360. All came from the bargain bin. I got these 2 last year because I went to a friend's place. And it's Lost Planet Extreme Condition, the Colonies Edition, and Raven Squad. So just put it lower so that way it'll be easier. I'm gonna review all 8 games that I got from the bargain bin, and in future I will do most likely playthroughs of games that I got from the bargain bin and see what you guys think of it. So first off, Lost Planet is actually a pretty boring game. Now first off, it's not really a terrible game, but it's really boring on multiplayer, and I mean, it's not just straight up killing pretty much. You have to, like when I was playing the multiplayer for this, I was confused. I mean, I was like, is it straight up killing or is it something else? This game here, it's not a terrible game, but it's pretty much a game that you'll want to play once and then toss it away. Because honestly, this game is fun for a while, but then you want to give it away. Or in this case, I might just hand it over to EB Games, because bring in free games and you get 1 new game for free. So that's a cool deal. Raven Squad, on the other hand, this game is a piece of shit, because honestly, I was playing it, and the whole game is really confusing and is really annoying. Like how the factor that your characters, they like the OC, which is Operations Center. He speaks like German, and it's like the most random German you'll ever hear. Like, I hear that the enemy is over there. So it sounds like French, but he's German or something, and it makes no sense. It's basically, it says right on the back here, if you can see it, blending FPS and RTS together. But honestly, RTS is confusing as shit. So you can guide the other team to a destination while you control the other team in FPS form. So, but it's really confusing, and in fact what's stupid is the boss battles. One boss battle that you fight at the beginning is a guy that's basically on top of a building, and instead of, you know, him popping up all the time and shooting at you and him taking, like, you know, damage, and it's a real boss fight, what doesn't make sense on this game here, this ugly piece of crap here, is that if he chucks a grenade at you, it won't take a couple of minutes for him to decide, to throw another grenade. He'll keep throwing grenades at you like this. It's like a continuous barrage of grenades, and it's like instead of him carrying a gun, he should carry around a crate of grenades. I just finished pretty much not playing this game, but fed up of it, because time shift should be called time shit. Honestly, get rid of that little F that you see here, and what does it say? You see it? Oh, wait. Time shit. Oh, maybe this was a clue from the developers. Get rid of the F, and that's the real title. Then there's here Silent Hill Homecoming. I was playing it and it's sort of boring. I mean, like, the story, there's no story at all at the beginning. It's really bland, it's really boring, and it's really a game I just want to throw back in the bargain bin and say, here, Walmart, here's your crappy ass little game, and just give it back to them, because that's how bad this game is. I mean, honestly, some of these games deserve to be in that freaking bargain bin. Now, I'm actually going to go into more detail with the next games. One of my friends lent me this game. It was actually pretty fun. It's Clive Baker's Jericho, and a lot of my friends said that Jericho sucked, but it's actually a pretty cool game. I mean, this game is pretty cool, blending FPS with special moves, and basically what happens is that the story's not very well detailed. The graphics are okay, but unfortunately, I don't know who this guy is, Clive Baker, but if he made more books like this, and they were turned into more video games, I'm pretty sure he would be the next Tom Clancy. Because, you know, this was a pretty fun game. And, you know, this guy's got some real potential here if he keeps making books, if he keeps telling the producers to make more games of his books. He would have sales in books of video games, and if possible in the future, maybe movies, if this wasn't a movie already. So, another favorite, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, is actually pretty cool. It was sort of like, the graphics are not the greatest, but you know, graphics don't mean the entire game. Because if the graphics meant the entire game, this game would fail, because it was pretty bad with graphics. But seriously, it's a fun game. It's really cool, but what's annoying is some of the factors of, like, basically you'll pick up a crate and throw it at somebody, and it never aims straight. It always goes left or right, or it goes backwards, flying towards you. Wherever you want it to go flying, it'll never go the right way, and it's like your character is thinking on his own. Another one is the Saboteur. The Saboteur is really good. The only problem is the part I don't really like about it is that you know, it's sort of confusing at the beginning, because you're basically in Paris, you blow up a fuel depot, then you show up in Germany and you're not fighting anyone. So honestly, that's the reason why I don't really find I get this whatsoever. It's really a scratch on the head, and also it's made by Pandemic, the same people who made Mercenaries 2 World in Flames, and this was their last game before they closed. So, it's not really a fantastic game, but it is a good game. Now, The Club. This here is one of my favorite out of all these 8, The Club. Yes, I know a lot of people may say that, you know, dude, The Club, why do you think The Club is amazing? Well, The Club is actually pretty fun because, you know, it's, it reminds me of Ratchet and Clank. No, sorry, wrong, I forgot. The title is Ratchet Deadlocked. My bad. This reminds me of Ratchet Deadlocked. Instead, you're able to choose between 8 different characters, and you have to fight through gauntlets, like Venice, a prison, a ship. You know, that's pretty cool, and I actually like that factor that they're actually, they're actually trying to make this a really cool game. So, the stories for all of them, here are the stories, because I have a couple of more minutes and I'm going to tell you the stories, so that way you could, if you didn't pick this these games up in the bargain bin, and you find it's interesting, go ahead and pick it up. But here, alright, The Club is basically, it's 8 different people around the world. They're all special in their own way, and they want an edge. They want to fight. They don't want this. They don't want to be mercenaries, crime lords, murderers, adrenaline junkies. They don't want to be that anymore. They want to be like the guy who really says, "Oh, this is amazing. You know, I'm gonna go and do this." and they're going for the ultimate adrenaline rush, which is basically putting yourself on the line, and you're doing it. So this game here, it's not the best since multiplayer doesn't exist because no one plays it. No one plays it. I haven't tried to co-op. It says it's co-op in the back of the case right here, but you know, this game's pretty good. If you haven't picked it up yet, go pick it up. And if I have to give it, sorry about that. Alright, sorry about that. My computer was giving me a stupid message. The rating I give this for, it's not a 9. It's pretty much an 8.1. And the reason why that 1 is up there is because co-op exists. Because, you know, since multiplayer, there's no one playing multiplayer. There's no one really giving a crap about this, and it's in the bargain bin, and there's really no DLC or anything really special about this except the kill streaks and how fun it is when friends are over. It's really the co-op that makes it get that 1. So the saboteur is pretty much blowing shit up, going around killing Nazis. And when hasn't this happened? Okay, you're going around in a town, you're going around killing Nazis, blowing stuff up. Now, when has this not been an open world game done before? Because this has been done like 1,000 effing times already, people. This has been done 1,000 times. Same thing with Call of Duty. They actually changed it up. They moved on from World War II. Now they're going to a modern day warfare. They're going to Vietnam War, their Korean War, Cold War. They're all going at that. And seriously, World War II, it's been done 1,000 times. Pandemic. Can you be at least a little different? Well, at least you went with France, because if you went with Germany itself, oh no, that's never been done before. Actually, it never has been done, so why didn't you do that? Star Wars The Force Unleashed, I want to get through this quick because I have 12 minutes on this clock, and I don't want to get past it because my computer becomes an idiot, and YouTube doesn't allow videos past 15 minutes on this computer. I don't know why. Star Wars The Force Unleashed, it was a pretty cool game. I liked it. The story started off a little weird, especially since at the beginning you're playing as Vader murdering a bunch of Wookiees. Moving on. Jericho. Well, actually, I forgot. Saboteur, okay, it's an 8, alright? I give it that, because pretty much all you're going to be doing is going into the strip club. Star Wars The Force Unleashed, I give it a 9 at least, because, no, 8.6, because it seems sort of annoying, alright? That's how I found it, because it was annoying that your guy, when you want to throw something straight, he throws it right. Moving on, let's just get to this one, alright? Silent Hill, I hated it, alright? I give it a 6, there you go, because I'm honestly not going to go into details, but I was playing this for the first 2 minutes, turn it on, 2 minutes later, I'm bored as shit. Time Shift, it's bullshit, alright? It gets a 5, alright? Because this game, I did like the guns. I like the part where you can go backwards, forwards a bit, and pause and stop time. But what's the point of stop? It's pretty much pause without any use. So, Time Shift, I give it a 5. Raven Squad, don't pick this game up, people. Do not pick this game up. If you want to play this game, borrow it for someone who has it, or buy it at EB Games, because they would pay like $2 for this, or something, because this game is terrible. I give it a 2, because honestly, stuff like, how are you, citizen? Do you comprende? Because that's what they seriously do on this game. That's how bad this is. This one isn't so bad, alright? I give it an 8.6. And I want to move on. Jericho. Clive Baker's Jericho. A lot of my friends said this was crap. A lot of my friends said this was one of the worst games ever, because the enemies are tough. There's no really, oh my god, and all that. But seriously, one problem, I'm going to give this game an 8.6 for the factor that it had no multiplayer, and the original had multiplayer. So that's a downfall for them. Because this was a game made like around PS2 era, and that's seriously what happened. All that factor in that, It was really cool. So 8 games in the bargain bin. Pick some of them up. Don't pick some of them up. JK5676. I'm out.